3.6, solving addition and subtraction equations. This will be similar to what we did yesterday. How can I change the double negative? What does that become? Positive. So x plus 2 equals negative 3. What is going to stay on the left? X. And what stays on the right? Negative 3. What happens to this? It becomes minus 2 where? Yeah, on the right side of the 3. Negative 3 minus 2 is what? Negative 5, yeah. What happens to plus a negative? It changes to what? Well, not really negative, but within the problem it's a what? You have plus a negative. You got to have an operation between x and 3. You can't just have a positive sign or just a negative sign. There has to be an operation of plus or minus. So what operation does plus a negative change to? Minus, that's right. So negative x minus 3 equals 10. Leave the negative x on the left and the 10 on the right, but this minus 3 will move to the right and become plus 3. 10 plus 3 is 13. What do I do when I have a negative x? Divide both sides by a negative 1, which is the same as dividing 13 by negative 1. 13 divided by negative 1 is negative 13. What happens to plus a negative? What operation do we replace that with? Minus. So negative 6 minus x equals 2. What am I going to move over to the right side? The negative 6. That's got to go over to the right side, and what does it become? Plus 6. Negative x equals 2 plus 6, which is 8. And then divide the 8 by negative 1. Answer is negative 8. What do I have to do first on this problem? That's right. Move the 5 where? Yeah, to the right of the 2. So negative 2 minus 5 equals a negative x. Somebody can let them in. Negative 2 minus 5 is a negative 7. And then since you have a negative x, you have to divide negative 7 by negative 1 in order to have the x by itself. And that looks like negative 71. That's not what I need to write. I can't erase for some reason, so we'll do negative 7 divided by negative 1 equals x. So the answer is 7. First move is to change plus a negative to a minus, so it's x minus 3 equals negative 2. This must go away from the x. It needs to go to the other side and become plus 3. X equals negative 2 plus 3, which is 1. Change the double negative to a positive. X plus 4 equals 5. Move the plus 4 to the right side and make it minus 4. X equals 1. You have to keep the negative x where it's at. That becomes a negative x. It's minus x in the problem, but you must keep this where it's at. The minus sign just doesn't disappear. Move this away from the x and over to the other side. Make it plus 3. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. But you still have one more thing to do, which is to divide this positive 1 by this negative 1. And that would give you an answer of negative 1. We need to keep this where it's at. We will keep it on the right-hand side. But this must move over to the left-hand side and put it to the right of 6. What sign does 7 have on the right side? Plus or positive. When it goes to the left side, it's going to be minus 7. 6 minus 7 is negative 1. Divide this negative 1 by that negative 1. And it gives you a positive 1. I can change the plus a negative here to simply minus x. I'll leave that minus x on the right, but this negative 2 must go to the left and become plus 2. Negative 11 plus 2 is negative 9. Divide negative 9 by the negative 1 from the x and come up with a positive 9. I've lost my x in here somewhere. That should be x, and the answer is positive 9. There we go.